Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Beyond Two Souls, again, doing the same thing. We have to confirm we're in duo mode, where we start off, and let's go. So we're continuing on Dragon's Hideout. We're very close to the end of the game. We should be able to do it within 2 hours here, within 2 episodes of this. And then after that, we'll have to replay Black Sun like a billion fucking times. But yeah, hopefully we get that done. I just realized I didn't start the timer. But whatever. Oh, fuck off! What? Put us all the way back here? Are you fucking serious? It really put us this far back? There wasn't a checkpoint in any part of the... Okay, fine. Fine. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so much stuff we have to redo.
Fuck. Fuck. It's freezing.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Damn it. Yeah, this is a good, like, what, 10 minutes probably with the replay? How was there not a checkpoint where we ended the last time?
They're here. I saw them.
Where?
On the main road. A convoy of armored cars. They drove right by me.
Did they see you?
No, I don't think so.
Let's roll.
What? Okay. Of course my dog does that. Dick. Okay. What do you want? Alright. Yeah, I am hoping to finish this off, at least finish off the main game today. We're not going to finish the Black Sun stuff today, but I'm thinking by tomorrow probably. I thought maybe early Friday. I do work Friday, but I work night shift, so I should be able to record at least a little bit. So
I didn't go see what's inside.
okay, wait. Fuck off. Yeah, I can't believe we had to redo this.
Soldiers. They're loading crates into submarines.
Submarines? That means the rift is...
It's underwater.
Okay.
I mean, they must have a base down there, and they're using the subs to shuttle
Dog,
supplies.
stop bothering me. Alright.
How many soldiers?
I can see 3.
Tell Aiden to take them out.
Alright.
Aiden? Rid of them.
Alright, so let's go. We're actually gonna kill the guy here first, because we have to go back there anyway afterwards. Okay.
Tingsa!
Cannot move. So yeah, what do I want to talk about? There's not much. Yeah, pretty much in between when I last recorded, all I did was sleep. So there's really nothing to update. Didn't watch any Amazing Race. Didn't really do anything. So yeah. Okay, this is where we were when... Oh, I guess we only lost like 5 minutes. Anyway, this is where we were when we ended last episode.
You could give me some warning.
So, what do we do now?
Wrong controller.
Just give me a second, okay?
Yeah, I plan on writing a good chunk of the Survival Idle Play video today. What's weird though is that some of the idle plays, like our idle plays from Tribals, are already talked about
What
in my
exactly are you
top
doing?
10 Tribal Council video. So I think with those, I might like just skim over them.
Nice
to a
idea,
degree.
but it won't fool them very long.
Yeah, well, maybe not. But that fucking rift is not gonna shut down by itself, is it?
Okay. That might work from a distance. Then what?
Take the sub down to the base. And then we take it from there.
I'll go with her.
What about us?
It's a two-seater. You stay here, you find us a way out. By the time we get back, there's a good chance we're gonna have to move fast. What? Wait, that's an order, Nick. Give me the explosives.
Wrong controller. Shit, accidentally stopped my timer.
You do realize we might not make it back alive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've known that from the start.
Keep diving. The base shouldn't be far.
Okay. So my Amazing Race Season 1 video is going to be coming out today. I made that a while ago. I finished, like, I think it was uploaded on, like, July 7th or something like that. Like, well over a month ago. So, that's kind of funny. But that's finally getting uploaded. I mind you, there's other videos that have, like, that are longer, that are going to be in limbo for longer. Like, my Big Brother 2 video that I made. Like, by the time that comes out, it'll be a good, like, 2 months since I recorded it and everything. What? What do you want? Where is he? Alright. What cats? Okay. I don't know what he wants. Going this way, right?
There. You see the lights?
Oh, I didn't fucking see it.
I hope that wasn't a question.
What do you want? Okay.
I am impressed. Few men would have heard that for so long. Perhaps you will be more sensitive to your comrade's pain. My questions are simple. I want to know your name, who you work for, and how you learn of the existence of this base. Of course, you also have to tell me what happened when you crossed the containment field.
Just say nothing, you hear me?
My name is Holmes.
Jody, no.
Jody Holmes. Agent 89.
Oh, wait, was I supposed to do that? I mean, it doesn't matter, but I mean, like,
I work for the CIA.
like no trophies are gonna be affected by this. But I forgot if I did that last time or not. Yeah, I think I did.
So the CIA is aware of our little experiments.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I did.
And
Shit.
what about the entity that was trapped in our containment field?
He's tied to me. I was born with him.
Fascinating. The Americans have also discovered the existence of this phenomenon. I must inform my superiors. I will return soon
Wait,
to
where'd my
continue
drink go?
our conversation.
I could have sworn I had a drink here.
Sorry, Ryan.
Okay, this is disturbing me. I'm pretty sure I had a drink here. Where the fuck did I put it?
Now what?
Whatever.
We find the condenser, destroy it, and get out.
And any idea how you plan to do that?
No. But I'll figure something out.
Alright, start moving back. There it goes.
现在这个相色，我们已经失去了重要的时间。
So, might as well get caught right away.
Jody, don't get too close to them.
Can't just wait here.
你过来，封杀你的武器！
Jody! Jody, what's happening?
Let's hide it.
Okay. I guess wrong. Is the guy here then? Fuck. Oh yeah, we take over this guy, then get the gun in the other room, and then whatever. Okay. Oh, do we actually need to try and fail first? Yes, we do.
你在这干什么？这没你什么事，回你的营区去。
Oh, because then he needs to leave the room, right? And then that's when we do it.
Aiden, I need you.
there's still one more. Oh, I didn't even see it.
Made it. Quick. Get me out of here. I need to find Ryan. Ryan? Ryan, are you there? Glass. Quick! Are you okay?
Really want to know?
Can you walk?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Go back to the subs. Wait for me. If I'm not back in 15 minutes, just go without me.
You crazy? Well, Jody, we've done it. The base is destroyed. Let's get out of here while we still can.
The rift is wide open. Entities are just gonna come pouring out if we don't close it.
It's too late, Jody. We gotta go now.
It's the only way. You know that.
The explosives. I need the explosives in the interrogation room. The explosives. I need the explosives in the interrogation room.
Oh. Why the fuck are the explosives in the interrogation room?
走开！肮脏的魔鬼！
Take care of that bastard, Aiden.
Yeah, it is a shame though, just how few of your decisions and actions and stuff in this game matter compared to like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human, where like almost everything that you do matters to at least some degree. Like this game, like almost nothing matters. Yeah, it like tries to make it feel like it tries to make it seem like it does. It's kind of one of my biggest complaints with the game.
Crap. Shit, I'm really scared, Aiden. Stay close, okay?
Like, we can technically fail this, right? I've never done it before, but I believe you can actually fail this.
It's pitch black.
And again, it'll have
There's
like
gotta be a
no
light in this
consequences
thing.
because of the way the game's structured.
Keep calm, Aiden.
So I'm doing the top 10 idle play video, as I mentioned. So yeah, number 10 I had Alan Ball. I still like. I mean, the thing about Alan Ball, like I rewatched it. It's still a lot of fun, but I don't know if it is, if it should be in the top 10. But again, it's like a personal favorite of mine, so I was like, fuck it, I'll put it on. Yeah, next one. So I've written up to that point. I've only written the first entry, but Obviously, need to write the other 9. I'm hoping to get through at least like to top 3 or so by the end of today. Yeah, next one is the Kelly boot in Samoa, which I feel like for that one, the most of what I have to write is pretty much a justification of why I put it higher than like the JT boot in Heroes vs. Villains. And I think a lot of that comes from, again, like what I'm rating is how it is from the point where the idol is played to the vote out, essentially. So, yeah, I feel like with Parvati's double idol play, I feel like once she plays both the idols, it's like all the suspense is kind of gone. It's like, well, then you know that JT's going home. While with the Samoa one, like once Russell plays the idol, you still don't know. Because I mean, the thing with the Parvati double idol play is, again, like, you know Parvati's not getting votes at that tribe. Actually, I believe you know it's Jerry, right? You know it's Jerry. So yeah, they show you the votes. So even then, it's like you know that the play was successful. So yeah, that kind of saps all the thing, like the entertainment from it, in my opinion, in terms of just solely as an idol play. So like with Russell, when he plays the idol on himself in Samoa, it's like, first off, you don't know that Russell is getting the votes there. It does turn out that they vote for Russell, but again, you don't know that right away. And then also, you don't know that Kelly is the one getting voted out. So I think there's at least that at that tribal, and that's kind of what puts it above it. That, and also there's some great reactions in that tribal, more so than, again, I feel like the JT tribal, you do get the Jerry reaction of the idol getting played on her and stuff, and then she's shocked like when the votes are coming up. But I feel like outside of that, there's not really many great. I guess you also have JT saying "damn it" once the second idol comes out. But like for the most part, I don't feel like, I feel like that moment as a whole is a bit overrated. But again, I feel like the Russell idol play in Samoa has a lot more interesting reactions. You have Dave Ball being really shocked. You have Laura looking at Shambo and says he just stirred up a whole bunch of hell is what he did, or something like that nature. And like Shambo looks like giving like a oh yeah sort of look, even though she was in on it. Like she was the one that told Russell that he was getting votes. So it's like, that's kind of funny in retrospect. I have more. I get more enjoyment out of that idol play, but than the JT one. But either way, yeah, let's just lose this fight. I don't even really feel like doing this.
Going to die here with me.
Yeah, what was next? Suri, Savage West.
Greatest discovery the world has ever known.
Yeah, so the next one after that would be Suri.
Because of you, stupid
Suri and
American
Heroes
bitch.
vs. Villains. I think that one. Yeah, I mean, which I just realized. Yeah, I have that placed higher than the JT idol play. But again, I think that's another one where it's like you don't know where that's going. Like even after Tom plays the idol, you don't know for sure that Suri is going home. It could be Colby. And also, I just think that's a fun move in general. I mean, to have the votes split, was it 3-3-2? Yeah, because 2 people already went home. So yeah, it was 3-3-2. JT flips to make it a 3-3-2, not against Tom and Colby, but against Tom and Suri. Tom plays his idol. I forgot, no matter what, she gets saved by that. Still really dumb, but whatever. And also, I believe it's the first time. Is that the first time an idol, a vote split went wrong? I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to consider Mookie, but I don't I mean, but then that didn't matter. Like, yeah, I mean, who fucking cares? Between Alex and Mookie, it's like, yeah, Alex was the bigger threat, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, who cares if either of them go? But I think this is the first time where, like, a one person, right? This is, what I'm saying is correct, right? Where there was a vote split and then one person flipped, and that caused someone in the majority to go home.
Come on, Jody. Come back to me. Huh? Come back.
I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything obvious. I don't think I am, though.
Come on, Jody.
Yeah, I think
Don't
it is the
die, huh?
first time.
Don't die. Don't die.
But yeah, I really love the Suri boot as well. What was number 7? Was it Savage? Which, yeah, the Savage one is kind of similar to the Kelly one, where, I mean, to be honest, I'm not an enormous fan of these, of the idle plays where, like, a whole bunch of votes get nullified. Like, where, like, it's like 7, like, with Russell, it was 7-4. With Wentworth, it's 9-3. Where she nullifies 9 votes and stuff like that. Like, I'm not an enormous fan of those over other more, like, really strategic ones, like the Natalie one, or, like, where she idles out Baylor, or again, like the Suri one, or, John Hannigan, whatever, like, stuff like that. I mean, like, where there's more to it than just the initial nullifying of a whole bunch of votes. Because, like, with the John Hannigan ones, like, yeah, they nullify 7 votes, but there was also, like, the minority vote split. There's also a lot of fun stuff happening within that also. Yeah, whatever. But, yeah, so with the Savage boot, the reason why it's on the list is more so for the context at the time. I think, like, in retrospect, when I rewatched that idol play, I don't find it as enjoyable as some of the later ones. But I do think at the time, we still have an undiscovered path with 2 of them still. Okay. But how do you not get rescued by Ryan? Oh, do you have to succeed perfectly or something? Alright, whatever. Hauntings. It's Hauntings, and it should be Black Sun.
Good night, Princess.
Is Nathan okay? When will I see him again?
Oh. I don't know, honey. He hasn't left his office in 3 days. He loved his wife and daughter.
Like, why wouldn't he be home instead of at his office? There's Totoro in the background.
Okay.
It really does look like Totoro, doesn't it? I mean, I guess it, like, it probably, to be fair. Well, who fucking cares? But either way, back to the idle play thing. Again, I'm kind of just talking through it just to, so it makes the writing process quicker afterwards. He's obviously by then now I know what points I try to make, because that's actually, to be honest, that's a lot of what takes the writing so long for some of these videos for me. Is like just thinking about what I wanna say. So again, like talking through it here kind of makes it a bit easier. So what makes the Savage one so great for me is the context, because Cambodia was a very spoiled season, and at the time, and like there was a complete boot list that was mostly correct. There were a few things that were wrong. The final 6 were jumbled up. I believe the final 6 had, final 7 I think were jumbled up. Where I think it had Keith going at 7, right? I think it was Keith, Abby, Kimmy, or something like that. Was what the boot list said, but I mean, either way, like they jumbled those 3 boots up. The final 4 was known. Jeremy was known as the winner. Who's the final 8 boot? Joe. Yeah, I think that was known. Joe. Yeah, but essentially, this is the first time the boot list was wrong was during the Savage boot, And what ended up happening is Savage and Steven were switched on the list. So everyone thought Stephen Fishback was going home that episode, and the editing really played up to it too, where like Stephen just got a whole bunch of screen time that episode, got some talk from the people who like Wentworth, Sierra, like what were they called again? Witch's Coven. From them, they had some negative things to say about Steven in that episode, so you were thinking, oh, they're voting out Steven with this idol play. So then, like, you see Wentworth playing the idol, she gets more than 7 votes. I'm thinking, like, oh no, Steven's gonna get idol out of the game. And then all of a sudden, first vote Savage, and that was fantastic. I remember loving that at the time. And also, I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't for the spoilers, I would have thought Savage was going home, probably. I mean, again, it makes the most sense from a strategic standpoint, where Savage is probably the one that's the least willing to vote with them in the future. Like, the least willing to turn on the rest of the Alliance. So it makes sense to get rid of Savage. But again, just wasn't fully expecting it, though, because of the spoilers.
We're right by your side.
Emma. Laura.
We love you, darling. We'll always love you.
Talk to me again. Jodie. Make them come back. Make them come back again.
I can't. They've gone.
Please. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. I missed them so much.
Okay, so we're about to get the Black Sun, so I might as well do some reading up here on what we need to do.
The active condenser in the Republic of Kazakhstan has been destroyed and the rift is now inaccessible. We are now the only nation with access to the Infraworld. This situation opens up new strategic and military perspectives. Now we're going to launch new programs to discover possible energy resources and develop military applications. We've already found ways of linking entities to human soldiers, and this is just the beginning.
Okay.
Now, this is more important than the race to space or developing nuclear capability. We have discovered a new world. A world for us to conquer. This is the beginning of a new era for our nation.
How far into sorry? Yay, we're gonna have to replay this a billion fucking times over and over again. Ah, shit.
Pentagon top brass getting you down?
See, we should already have the ending that we end up with Ryan, right?
McGrath makes me sick. Just a typical cynical asshole. No, I would be doing the country a favor if I let Aiden take care of him.
We played our part in all of this.
We did the right thing. I don't think humanity needs a third world war.
What are you gonna do now?
Maybe I'll go back to the people I like. And the people who like me for who I truly am. I haven't met too many along the way. And what about you?
CIA has it all mapped out for me. Top tier, big car, golf meetings. I mean, I haven't given him an answer yet, but it's worth considering. Listen, Jody, I know it's been complicated between us, and I didn't always do the right thing. But maybe we could start again. You know, try and build something together. I mean, after all the stuff we've been through, maybe we could make it work.
Sure. Why not?
It's worth a try.
What's gonna be funny too is that I'm probably gonna pick the end up with one of the other people endings, and we're gonna have to keep Ryan alive and everything too, so it's gonna be kind of funny.
Forget about all this.
So you keep him alive. We say we're gonna start a relationship with him, and then just not.
Later, Ryan. Oh, you know what? I got a single malt in my office that needs sharing. Meet you in a few?
Never say no to a single malt.
Great. I'll see you in a bit. Let's go, Jody. Nathan's waiting.
Okay. So, yeah, I think for me, that's what makes the Savage Blindside a lot better, is just the context of it. Yeah, I think replaying it's not as fun for me as some of the other ones.
I think he really cares about you.
I know. And I'm gonna do everything I can to make it work.
So what else do I want to talk about? What was the next one? It was Wes? Is it the Wes Nail one? By the way, Wes Nail, Boo, that was fantastic. It's actually one I forgot to talk about in my Tribal Council video. I think I forgot about it to put it on the short list and.
All right, here we
whatever.
are.
But yeah, that's a fantastic tribal as well, with the stick to the plan and all that stuff. And then Natalie convincing John to play the idol.
Whatever Nathan says, be careful.
And that gets Keith to play the idol as well. And then it becomes a 2-0-0 vote where Wes goes home. I think the biggest knock for that one is that once John plays his idol, you do know that, yeah, it's either one of Keith and or Wes going home. Whichever one doesn't play the idol is essentially going home there.
Jody. I'm so glad to see you safe.
I kept my part of the bargain. Now it's the CIA's turn.
As far as the CIA is concerned, you no longer exist.
Why do we need so many button presses just for this?
You're now Elizabeth North. No identity and no life.
Kind of a shit name.
$500,000.
Can do $1 million.
For services rendered. That should help make a new start.
Okay, fine.
Thanks.
Yeah, just like handed $500,000. Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, all right.
Before you go, there's one last thing I'd like to ask. When my wife and daughter disappeared in that accident 15 years ago, I wanted to die too. I cried a lot. Hanging my head against the wall, trying to figure out why them? Never being able to hold them again. It was like a wound that wouldn't heal. But then you came along. And I realized they were still here all the time, near me. I just couldn't see.
Yeah,
The government gave me everything I
yeah, West
needed.
Nile one, it's a lot of fun. Again, it's like John contemplating on whether or not to play his idol. Natalie tells him to, so he's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And again, the planned vote was a 4-3-2 blindside on John. Well, technically, the original plan was a 4-3-2 splits towards Keith, right?
Hello, my darlings.
It was a 4. It was supposed to be 4 on Keith, 3 on Wes, and then Keith and Wes were gonna vote for whoever. More than likely John. Then obviously Natalie picked up on that Reed and Alec were lying to them, which flips their 2 votes to make it a 4-3-2 the other way, where it's 4 votes on John, 3 votes on Keith, and 2 votes on Wes.
Souls of the infraworld.
You know, both the idols played. 4 votes against John getting nullified, 3 votes against Keith getting nullified, and then
What do you want from me?
Wes goes home with 2.
I want you to help me talk to them. I want to hear their voices. I want to tell them what I'm doing. Until I finish my research, you're the only one that can do it.
It's a weird one too, where like John gets saved by an idol, but he was technically in the majority. It's kind of a weird situation where like that doesn't happen too often, where like actually, has that ever happened again? Now that I think about it, where the majority split the vote, they realized that they were getting tricked, and that people had flipped. So one of the people in the majority played an idol on themselves and saved themselves with it. I think that's the only time that's happened.
Helen, my darling. I missed you so much.
Let us go, Nathan. You're hurting us. You've got to let us go. Let us die.
You're lying. Helen didn't say that. You did.
You're keeping them here. They're being torn apart between 2 roles.
That's not true. You're lying. I know they want to be with me again. I know they want to be with me.
Nathan, I know how you feel.
You know nothing about how I feel. You hear me? Nothing.
Goodbye, Nathan. I hope you find peace.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the West Nile one. I'm trying to think of what number 5 is. What is number 5? Is it wait, 1 is John Hennigan, 2 is Tyson, 3 is Malcolm, 4 Baylor, 5 is Sierra. That's what it is. So yeah, the Sierra boot in 31. I think that's another one that I probably like more than most people. I think one of my favorite things in Survivor is when someone plays an idol on someone else. Successfully plays an idol on someone else. Yeah, and like, I mean, there's gonna be more. Like, I think, actually, now that I think about it, holy shit. All of my top 5 are that, aren't they? Holy shit, I never even thought of that. Yeah, my entire top 5 is someone playing an idol on someone else. Because, yeah, this one obviously is Jeremy plays it on Steven. The next one is the Baylor blindside, where Natalie plays it on Jacqueline.
can't let you
After that is Malcolm's boot in Game Changers.
Can't
That's
kill you
Ty
either.
playing it on Sierra.
I don't know what you'll do on the other side.
The Tyson one is Russell
So does
playing it
anyone
on
in the
Parvati.
solution.
And then
We
John Hennigan one
inject
is
you with a
Davey
neural
playing it on
path
Christian.
which will put you in a permanent coma. Exactly what we did with your mother.
I didn't even realize that until now.
elegant
actually.
way to put an end to our collaboration. Goodbye, Johnny. We will always be grateful for your help.
But yeah, I think the Sierra one's a fantastic one. I mean, because you have like the planned blindside of Steven. Jeremy decides to save him, like who's supposed to be in on the plan. Again, it was supposed to be a split vote for Steven, where I believe it was supposed to be 5-3, right? It was supposed to be a 5-3 split, where 5 votes go on Steven, 3 votes go on Kimmy.
Nobody will have to die anymore. No one will ever be separated
Where
again.
Jeremy was supposed to be one of the Kimmy votes. So, right? Is that right? Or was it supposed to be 6-2?
I'm going to deactivate it.
And maybe he was supposed to be one of the Steven votes.
Life
It doesn't really matter either way. I mean, he plays the idol on Steven and also flips his vote to Sierra. So through that, it becomes a 3-2-0 split.
Everything's gonna be
Obviously,
just
5
fine.
votes for Steven getting nullified. Then, yeah, and what makes it interesting too is that after the votes for Steven get nullified, you have 2 votes Sierra. And you're thinking, oh, Sierra's gone. But then, like, yeah, the 2 votes for Kimmy come up, and it's like, oh wait, can Kimmy go home? Like, could Kimmy like accidentally go home here? But then no, it's like it's Sierra, the final vote. Okay. Fuck. Oh no, we need to. I forgot. We need to do this.
You're too weak, Aiden. Find something else. Get help. Hurry.
Where's the rest of your team?
Vince and Nick? They have 3 months leave. They're on a beach on some exotic island, no doubt.
Lucky bastards. Yeah, I've got a couple of emails I need to send. You mind if I do that before we crack the bottle?
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Sierra one. That's always been a personal favorite of mine. It's probably, yeah, actually, I have it ranked as my highest side of play from 31. I don't know. I've just always really enjoyed it for some reason. And then also Jeremy getting up and the way he plays the idol is pretty funny too. So, yeah, always enjoyed the Jeremy one.
You keep entities in this lab?
4
Good God, no. They're all trapped behind a containment field.
The Baylor blindside, which I actually thought Baylor was gonna be number like 2 or 3 coming into
that
the
you,
list.
This is a joke. It's not funny.
Yeah, I decided to move it down
Why
a
would
bit.
I be here?
It's a really good one. I love it from a start. I think it's might be the
Give us a sign of
best
the shoe, Iden.
use of an idol play in Survivor history from a strategic standpoint, where it guarantees Natalie the win when she does that. Like once she
What is
does
it, Iden?
that,
Where's
it
Jody?
guarantees that Keith will be Final Four boot unless he wins immunity. And even if he wins
Leave us to
immunity,
Jody,
there's
Iden.
still a shot
Show us the way.
that Natalie would have the loyalty of Jacqueline.
Right. Now where? This way.
So I think it's it's such a masterful play. It really is. Like if I'm thinking of like one of the best individual moves in the history of Survivor, it's definitely up there.
Okay, I get it.
You want us to take the elevator? Is that it?
But yeah, and also just there's so much showmanship in that idol play as well, where, I mean, throughout the entire round, you're kind of thinking, oh, Natalie, I mean, this is the last time Natalie can play the idol, so, you're assuming that, she's gonna play it for Baylor or Missy, so then,
leave it to me.
but obviously there's lead up and stuff that says, oh, she might use on Jacqueline. So then she goes up and, like, the thing that's so great about her idol play is that she's, like, it's such great jury management, in the sense that the jury hates Missy and Baylor.
You could make an exception.
So when she goes up and...
This area is
okay, the jury hates Missy and Baylor. So essentially, one, her idol play gets rid of Missy and Baylor, which is something that the jury's been wanting. So that's something great for the jury as well. You also have, probably even the better part is, she goes up and says to Jacqueline, did you vote for who I told you to vote for? Which is really, I mean, it like clearly demonstrates that this was Natalie's move. This is something that Natalie actively planned out.
Hello?
Fuck, wrong controller. Fuck. Did I fuck that up? Oh, well, that works too. Oh, I didn't even know you could do. Oh,
that's gotta hurt.
Hurry, Aiden. Take us to Jody.
I'm so confused of where I am.
Something moved.
Right. Now where?
And again, I think another thing that makes that one so great too is also you don't actually, like, is that once, like, Natalie plays the idol, everyone's thinking that Missy is the boot as well. That's another thing where
Jody's
that
there?
even, like, do we go to the right one? Oh yeah. Where even Missy thinks that she's the boot. She's like, says, well, I'm going home and stuff. And obviously the votes come out Baylor, and then that's pretty great as well.
What?
And it's also the right strategic move
He's gonna get his family back.
for Natalie as well to get rid of Baylor over Missy, because the thing is that Missy is more inclined to think strategically than Baylor.
Oh Christ, he's done it. He's done it.
Actually, you know what? I think we might end here. I think it's a good spot to end the episode, actually. Alright, we'll end here. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on, but for now, thank you for watching.